Hello, everybody, and welcome to the tavern.
Metal Gear Ray
My
is a
name's Jay,
countermeasure to these
and
pirated weapons forces. The only thing that
we
can
are.
stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
What's my life solo?
With Ray,
Oh, I'm
the
bleeding.
hundreds,
How?
if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be
fuck am I bleeding?
contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment,
Do I have bandages?
every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states.
So, we last
They're
left
all
off
working
where
on
I
deploying
was
their own
actually
Metal Gear
actively
force to compete
working
with
on.
the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives.
Sorry, I'm really focused on the sneaky mission right now.
Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be
We
more
last left
different
off
in nature
where
than the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to
I
the
have
uncontrolled
to
fire of nuclear
actually take
proliferation.
pictures of Metal Gear Ray.
It is a fact that players in favor.
This is like
It is a fact
tough
that
part.
players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. This
Doesn't matter
weapon
which way I
will
go
render
in.
all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy.
I don't think it
in the
matters
light of
where-
military
no, it
dominance
matters.
spelled out by Ray.
It matters a lot.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the
This is
strategic
annoying.
importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind.
This is annoying.
We have intelligence that there are
I literally can't do
anti-Metal Gear
anything.
terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the right! Intruder in the back! Intruder to the left!
I don't understand this.
Intruder to the right! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray.
I love
Stay
these
on your
creeps.
guard at all times. Getting back to the topic at hand.
Yes, fucking change. Hate this.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Front. Right. Down.
I hate my life.
Right.
You hate me, don't you?
Down. Let's continue. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the
About fucking time. It's fucking annoying.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
I see a ladder right next to me. Can I go up the ladder?
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Army's Rex.
Okay, that's the computer I gotta
Cruise deep
use.
underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower.
Fuck me. Well, I knocked. That's a problem. So how do I take a picture? We already been through this like 10 times last
Snake!
video.
Snake!
Many fucking times.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on
Good.
any shoreline.
Okay.
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to
Can I
guard.
just run like this?
I'd like you all to think about what that means. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear
Will
proliferation.
this work? Please tell me this will work.
All right.
Cool, that works.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting
add
strong
2
criticism
more
from
to take.
Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in
Fuck me.
Snake, what's wrong? Snake!
I literally forgot what fixed that.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater,
Good.
move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline.
The fact that all of them are just stupid enough to let me do this.
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution
Good.
System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower.
Okay.
It is the ultimate weapon, and it is
I guess this is it right here.
yours to guard.
All right.
I'd like you all to think about what that means. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the
Where
NMD
is the
trial
Navy
conducted
mark
in the year
at?
2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening.
That's what I'm looking for now.
There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program.
It's supposed to say like the
Some say that
Marines
it was a military
somewhere.
interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered START 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM Treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire, and the nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray.
Where? I don't see it.
Let's stretch those neck muscles again. Left. Front. Right.
Am I even looking at the
Down.
right spot?
Right. Down. Let's continue. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of
Okay.
reduced nuclear
There it
defense
goes.
capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations.
Good.
that contingency likely. If this theory is correct,
There it goes.
Good.
there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
This should be good. It was fucking annoying. I hated it. Every last goddamn minute of it.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first one I'm seeing is... I think you're too close to the target. Let's pull back and get the whole thing in the frame. And the next one is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. What's next? Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Next up is...
Okay, cool. Cool,
We,
cool,
the
cool.
Marines, will lead the charge into
All
a
done.
new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
that was a callback to Metal Gear.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood?
I got no more grapes. I'm sad.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
Damn. Yeah, I forgot how little gameplay there is that actually is in this game.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
None you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Gerlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Damn. Pretty good shot there. Pretty good 2 shots.
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
badass.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
And they go to number 2. Oh, wait, I forgot this like the end of the Pinker.
Don't let him get away!
I don't think I missed the choice. He does not care about the bullets. Like, all these people kind of suck at shooting.
Ocelot!
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
Damn. See, I kind of like how it was never explained, but I also hate it. Because they never really explain what happened. I don't know, it's weird. Because, yeah, we know he can just instantly get like a prosthetic arm, or really, like, again, attach an arm. With the medical science of that time. I don't know, maybe they just want to bring Liquid back for some reason. I know there's like a reason behind it. I'm just forgetting what the actual reason was, like game-wise. Damn this movie. I don't just feel like
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Damn. Just damn. I don't have any commentary just because like I wanted the cutscene to play out. And they're using guns as if that's really. They did something but not them. Oh, someone's actually smart. Right, use the explosives. Bullets aren't gonna work. Something that can actually take many shots. Many shots. far more annoying to do, and the payoff is there. We see the payoff. It was just annoying to do.
Otacon, we have a problem.
Oh, there goes the water cutter.
Snake! Snake!
You know, the fact that that was the only bit of gameplay I did compared to everything else, I might, depending on how long this takes, I might. No, I can probably just start the plant later. I do like Ray's model, very much so. It actually looks like an
No
amphibian.
problems. Proceeding as
map.
planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
That's about right. Again, very little gameplay. Yeah, we'll save. Save here because I've only played all of 5 minutes before cutscene. Like that's like a 15-minute long cutscene. Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bomb, both products of World War II, grew up together.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Okay, sounds fun. is where everybody got disappointed on release.
Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the president. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
Quite annoying.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm done here. I get in there? Oh, I know how. Whee! Shaver? How do I get out? What do you want?
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. When you're on the surface, you can swim in corresponding directions using the up, down, left, and right movement of the left analog stick. Push the punch button to dive down from the surface. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading with the left analog stick. Up will take you up. Down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions. The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything down there. Question, how do I get back up? All I want to know. Bugs. Seriously, what's with the bugs? The bugs are everywhere. Why? I don't know. What's in here? What's in here? I'll take the ration. What's in here? Nothing. And what's in here? Okay. You didn't tell me how to save. Okay, I guess I gotta play this a little bit. I want to save, but I can't.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Okay. I need to save. I will say that much. I do need to save. This is getting kind of old.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Can I just get a save? That's all I want. Shut up. Okay, you don't have lowercase. Good to know. So you go up to 12, right? Yep. There we go. I don't even know my blood type. I'm gonna do about that. I have no idea what that's for.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
Okay.
The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack,
What?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Okay, I'm going to save now because I had the option.
What's up, Jack?
Save because I wanted to fucking save a while ago. God. Okay, with that said, I'm probably gonna let the remainder of this conversation go through.
Hang in there.
Oh, there was no conversation. Okay. Well, with that said, that's the end of the Tankard chapter and the start of the plant. This is where people have mixed feelings way back when I first played it because they were not sync. That was it. Otherwise, well, it was a good chapter. I played it and I enjoyed it. It actually, it did freak me out towards the end. And you'll see it when you see it. If you know about it, you know about it. It is what it is. But with that said, if you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Help me get to 100 subscribers. That's reasonable. Maybe 50. We'll go with 50 for now. Keep my sights low, but aim high. So for now, that is my goal. With that said, the tavern is now closed. I shall see you all later.